Hey guys, it's Fantayzia and welcome to another mod review. So today we are reviewing the Allowance mod by Scarlet. So I'm really excited about this because any mods that just give more detail for the kiddos are right up my alley. Same like for toddlers. It's just nice to have more things for them. Even teenagers, like things that are specifically for teenagers. And actually you can use this for the teenagers as well. So that is a big plus. So you guys, we're going to head over to the website just so I can read to you all about this mod so you guys know what it's about. Okay, so here is Scarlet's website. Here I'll have it linked down below, of course, so you guys can get this mod for yourself. It is free, and basically it's just called the Allowance mod for children and teens, and it says children and teens can now collect an allowance. Their allowance earnings will go directly into their own personal account. To have your child or teen start receiving allowance, use the ask for allowance interaction on one of their parents. Then you'll decide whether it's time for them to receive an allowance or not. So basically you'll get this little thing that pops up. I love it. I think it looks so good and it just looks so much like it belongs in the game. And then you'll get a little notification here letting you know that Orange will now receive an allowance every Tuesday and Friday. So I will go over all this when we're actually like in game. So yeah, allowance amount version. So there's the high amount, medium amount, and low amount. So for the high amount, to me, I feel like it's too high because this children will receive 200 simoleons on Tuesdays and Fridays. So that's 400 simoleons a week just for kiddos. And then the teens will receive 375 simoleons on Tuesdays and Fridays. I just think that's really high for allowance. Then we have medium, and even though it's still kind of on the high side, I did go with this one because I was thinking kind of in the way of The Sims. Like a lot of the things are more expensive in The Sims. Sometimes like a little tiny thing will just be so much more than it would be. So for this one, children will receive 144 simoleons twice a week again, and then the teens 270. And then for the low amount, it's 96 on Tuesdays and Fridays for the children and 180 Tuesdays, Fridays for the teens. So this is the more realistic one. It's still kind of high, to be honest, compared to like in real life when kids get allowance, usually it's like lower than this, and usually it's once a week. I feel like at least that a lot of kids I've known get it once a week, and it's a lot lower than that. But you know, it's The Sims. A lot of things cost more in The Sims, so it kind of works out. So basically the allowance amount will also depend on grades, traits, and personality / manners. If you have Parenthood, which I think is so cool, therefore the amount may be higher or lower than the above listed. I chose to have them receive their allowance twice a week because some people play on shorter lifespans. On Tuesdays and Fridays, the allowance amount will be deducted from the household funds and stored into their allowance account. So yeah, they'll have like a whole actual account. New interactions is ask for allowance, and then available for children and teens by selecting the parents or caregivers. And then there's an allowance account on the phone, which is right here in the household category. So I think that is super duper cool. And then you can transfer the funds from there, which is so cool. I love the way it's all been set up too. And then there's teas about allowance and Mischief interaction, available for teens collecting allowance to use on their siblings. And then discontinue allowance is a mean interaction. So this is for the parents, so you can discontinue it, which I think is cool too. Maybe the kid is like not behaving or doing really bad in school. And then there's 2 new buffs, which we will see. So there's sweet simoleons and there's lost allowance. And then there's some future buffs planned. And yeah, it just tells you some stuff about the mod, and then you can download it here. So anyways, you guys, let's jump into game. Okay, so we have our 2 Sims here. There is some more Sims in the family, but I'm going to be having the little one here ask her mom for allowance. So if you guys are wondering where these Sims are from, they're literally just in Simlissy's save file. So it's just one of the families in there. I thought they were super cute. So she's going to go ahead and ask her mom for allowance. So once you just click on the Sim, just go to friendly, and then you're going to see it right here, ask for allowance, and she can just ask her mom for some allowance, and of course she's going to say yes. Okay, so here we go. Now she's about to ask. She just wanted to leave. She's like, bye. All right, so Allison thinks it's time she starts receiving an allowance. Do you agree? So you can say sure, or you can say not yet. So sure, I like that there's a not yet option just for like storytelling. So it says Allison will now receive an allowance every Tuesday and Friday until she ages to a young adult. So this will continue while she's a teen and everything like that. Allowance amount will depend on grades, traits, and more. Use the allowance account on their phone to check her total balance and or transfer funds from her allowance account to your household funds. To cancel her allowance, have one of her parents use the discontinue allowance interaction. So she does have a moodlet here. It says sweet simoleons. So that is one of the new moodlets. And it says receiving an allowance helps Sims learn the value of simoleons. Always nice to have some spending simoleons as well though. So the reason I would love this the most is personally for the kids and teenagers to be able to save for their future, whether that's college or their first house or their first apartment, whatever it may be. I think that is so useful, especially now. Technically, you don't really get the starter money anymore. You know, before you would move a sim out and they automatically get like 25K. Well, now it's more realistic. You have to like transfer the money over. So like if you have like, you know, a child in your household and they grow up, they're gonna have no money unless you transfer some from the household. So this way they'll have some saved up that's like completely their money. So I love that. All right, you guys. So I don't know what this girl is doing, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip until when she can get the allowance. So it's literally only Saturday, so I'm gonna be skipping a bit and then I'll be back. Okay, you guys. So it is literally the most random time. It's like 4 in the morning. She received allowance at a really odd time, but like I'm not complaining. It did say it was gonna be at a random time. It was like 3 something, and she got her allowance. So it says allowance received. 108 simoleons was added to Allison's allowance account. Her total balance is 108. Use the allowance account on her phone to transfer simoleons from her allowance account to the household funds. So basically now when she actually goes to her allowance account, it will show an amount. So it's literally just in the household category right here. It just says allowance account, which is perfect. And pretty much she'll just open it up and it'll look exactly how it did on the website. So she has 108 balance. So let's say she wants to get a little treat for herself. I don't know. Maybe she even just wants to get like a little popsicle with her friends after school. Who knows? So, you know, she'll take out a little bit. You could either save this up or like use it for things for them, whatever you want to do. So let's just say she's going to take out literally the smallest amount, like 10 simoleons to go buy like a snack after school with her friends. So she's going to take that out and then it just goes right into the household inventory. And so that's how that works. And then if we wanted to take the allowance away, also a baby was born in the time span. So you can go ahead and have the parent click on the child or the teen, whoever you're doing it with, and you can go to mean, and then you can go ahead and discontinue allowance. Then we do actually have a teen in our household, so she can also, it should show up if we go to Mischievous. So she can go ahead and actually, I don't know if it's showing here right now. I don't think it is showing, but oh God, that's a mod. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why it's not showing here, but there should be something in Mischief as well, which I talked about on the website. However, that's not popping up. So instead, I'm just gonna have her go ahead and discontinue the allowance. So we're gonna go to mean and we're gonna, oh, it was right there. We're gonna discontinue allowance. So this is the other moodlet that you can get. So we already saw the other one, and then here's the notification, and we saw the transferring money. So the last thing is just this moodlet. Okay, so it says Victoria has discontinued Allison's allowance. Allison still has the amount that she already earned. However, simoleons will no longer be added to her account. So she will still keep the amount that she earned, and there should be a moodlet for that. So it says lost allowance. Ouch, it's devastating to young Sims when they lose their allowance. Oh. So yeah, I feel like that's super duper realistic as well. You know, certain things you lose your allowance, and I like that there's an option for that. So you guys, that is pretty much everything with this mod. I think it's like a small mod, but it's like super nice to have. I feel like this is something that goes so well with Parenthood. So if you have Parenthood, this is perfect. And I was kind of surprised when it wasn't in Parenthood because there's like the little board and like, you know, it's just a little bit odd. There's like the curfew, Sims can like do things. I don't know. It just added this whole thing where it seemed like there'd be allowance, but it wasn't there. So now you can have allowance in your game if you'd like to. And before we wrap this up, you guys, we're going to do our notification Fantacorn fam shout out. So this one goes to Jayla. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you love my videos. That just means a lot to me. And if you guys want a chance to be in a notification Fantacorn fam shout out, all you got to do is comment down below on any video. You can comment anything you want, or you can comment some unicorn emojis and turn your notifications on. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. And don't forget to leave some positivity down below. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. You gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I
can get from you. Boy, I don't need that much, need that much.